Now the first one we're going to be going through is push-ups, right? Now for push-ups, the first thing you want to ensure is that the gymnast is laying down flat on the tummy with their toes pointing and their hands by their chest. Next, we want to ensure that we're in a proper hollow body position, as in the bottom is not too low, neither is it too high, before we begin doing our push-ups. Next, we're going to move on to low planks. Now for this one, it's very similar to a push-up position. However, you're going to be on your elbows instead of your hands. Now that we understand both, we're going to combine the two, and this will be our very first exercise. So we'll begin by doing 10 push-ups and then quickly moving on to low planks for 10 seconds. Now when transitioning from the push-up position to the plank position, we want to ensure that the gymnast does not lay down first before switching the hands to and back from the elbows. We'll try to do 10 push-ups, then low planks for 10 seconds, then back to 10 more push-ups, and lastly another 10 seconds for low planks. This exercise works on both the core muscles and the arm strength. Next, we have the leg lifts and snap-ups sequence. Now, when doing the leg lifts, you first want to ensure that the gymnast is laying flat, toes pointing and the hands by the side. When you lift your legs for the snap-ups, your legs should not go to 90 degrees, right? It should stay as low as you possibly can to the floor without touching the floor. Now, you will hold this one for 10 seconds. From there, moving on to the snap-ups, you're going to lay flat. This time, your hands will go by your ears. For the leg lifts and snap-up sequence, we do 10 seconds of leg lifts, then we quickly switch to 5 snap-ups. Then back to leg lifts for 10 seconds, then another 5 snap-ups, and then we relax. For our third exercise, we have the handstand holds. Now for this one, you have to be very, very keen, as there needs to be a specific form for the handstand where when this form is broken, you have to stop counting. To begin this one, the gymnasts must have their back to a wall. Then they would put their hands down and walk their legs up to the wall as they walk their hands close to the wall. Now, depending on the gymnast, they may need some assistance to get up into the handstand position. In the handstand position, the hands must be fully extended, as in there's no bend in the elbows. The chin must be touching the wall, and the toes must be pointing and feet together. Now, if all of these is not in place, then you must not count for the handstand hold. They have to be in the proper position for it to be considered a proper handstand. Now, the duration for this one is we try to have the gymnast hold the position for 30 seconds, and if they can easily handle this, then we gradually move to 45 and eventually 60 seconds. The proper way to come down from the handstand position is to look at the tummy and slowly bend the elbows until the shoulders are on the floor. Next, we have the hip raises. Now for the hip raises, this time you're going to be sitting facing the wall, and you will walk your legs up the wall and then try to lock your hip all the way out. So for this one, you have to be squeezing your bottom and your thighs, and also try to keep the hands on the thighs. For this one, we try to hold it for 2 minutes. And that concludes our first conditioning video. Now, in terms of exercises overall, if the body is not strained or pushed beyond its limits, it will not improve. So if the gymnast can easily handle a particular set of things or a number of things, then you may want to increase that time so as to keep the body pressured so the body makes arrangements for the next strenuous exercise. Otherwise, they will not improve. No pain, no gain.